Yeah, hello dear students. Welcome back to our amines chapter. Now, today we are going to discuss about basicity of amines, as you are very much familiar regarding these amines now. Okay. Now, last class we had a wonderful discussion regarding these amines. Now we are going to talk about these primary amines. Okay, where we have this R, H, and one more H, which is having one lone pair of electron on it. Okay, lone pair of electron. Now we are going to discuss about the basicity. As you are aware about the bases, which is having a tendency to have OH minus ions, but here in the amines, we don't have OH minus ions. Instead of that, we have the lone pair of electrons. Okay, it is having a tendency to donate the pair of electrons, lone pair of electrons. That gives the basicity of the amines. Okay. Now, when you compare with this one, these amines and the water molecule, then these amines are acting as what? Basic or bases in nature. And we are going to have the protonated amine derivative. Okay, protonation is taking place. Here you can clearly check the reaction that it is having an equilibrium. So whenever you have equilibrium, just you recall your class 11 topic, that is nothing but the applying that equilibrium thing, where we are going to have the equilibrium constant, that is known as what? Kc. Here we are going to use it as a Kb, okay, where concentration of the products divided by the concentration of the reactants. Here we are going to have the formula like which is displayed on the screen. It's nothing but the Kb is equal to the product concentration by reactant concentration. That is nothing but the basicity constant Kb. Based on this Kb value, we are going to say it is highly basic or weak base. Okay. And moreover, we have one small information also in our mind, that is nothing but the pH value. pH is nothing but the negative log of H plus. Same thing we are going to use in this case, that is pKb is equal to minus log Kb. From this, we are going to get the information about this one. Kb is directly proportional to basicity, whereas pKb is inversely proportional to the Kb. Therefore, it indicates that pKb is inversely proportional to the basicity. So, if pKb value is more, it indicates that it is less basic, isn't it? If its value is less, then obviously it is more basic in nature. So we are trying to have some idea about the basicity of this one amines. So we are going to write down the heading like structure basicity relationship of amines. So we have different types of amines like primary, secondary, and tertiary amines. Primary, secondary, and tertiary amines. Whenever we are discussing about the basic strength, you will be getting so many things on mind. How to understand this basicity of the amines. Okay, let us try to understand by taking this simple concept. Okay, here we are going to divide into two types. We are going to study in two types. Line, yes. Okay, we are going to divide into two types. The first one is the gas phase, or it is also known as non-aqueous phase. Non-aqueous phase or gas phase. Okay, or vapor phase. We can also call it as what? Vapor phase. The basicity will be slightly differed in the concept of the phases. Like gas phase, as I already told you, followed by non-aqueous phase, followed by the vapor phase. On this side, we have aqueous phase. Aqueous phase, where we are going to see the involvement of the solvent like water or any other solvent. Okay, let us try to check what are the factors which are influencing on this basicity. The first one is the inductive effect, which is very important. Inductive effect, where inductive effect it depends on the group which is present, which may be donating group or withdrawing group. So based on this, we are going to divide as plus and minus inductive effect groups. Plus inductive effect group means it is increasing electron density. Therefore, easy to donate the lone pair of electrons. Therefore, it is directly proportional to the basicity. Whereas in this case, minus inductive effect group is inversely proportional to basicity, where it is trying to withdraw the electrons. So it cannot donate the pair of electrons that easily. Therefore, it is less basic. Now here, let us check under the category of aqueous phase. We have inductive effect. As already you know that inductive effect has been divided into two types, isn't it? That is plus inductive effect and minus inductive effect. Plus inductive effect means it implies that it is donating. Minus inductive effect group is nothing but the withdrawing, electron withdrawing groups. The second category is nothing but the solvation effect. Solvation effect. If you are using water, then we are going to say it is hydration effect, isn't it? If you are using other than the water, then it is nothing but a solventation. Okay, we can specifically mention here that is nothing but the hydration effect when you are using H2O. Okay. Apart from this, we have one more also, dear students. The third one is nothing but the steric factor, which is very, very important actually. Which is very, very important. Steric factors. So by understanding these factors, we can check the basicity. Let us take the example of methylamines only. Methylamines we are having three types of derivatives. Okay, three derivatives. That is primary, then followed by secondary, followed by tertiary amines. What is that amount? Primary, secondary, and tertiary amines. Here, if you check the primary one, there we have one methyl group, which is nothing but the plus inductive effect group. Similarly, we have two groups here. Okay, two groups here is nothing but secondary, and finally we have the three groups in the tertiary. So already we have some information. What is that information we have? That is nothing but the plus inductive effect group directly proportional to basicity. So among these three, if you observe carefully, the thing is tertiary is having three plus inductive effect groups, isn't it? So we are writing the basicity of like this one. The tertiary, that is CH3, N, CH3, CH3 like this. This is more basic. Followed by CH3, N, CH3, H. This is secondary. Followed by the last one, that is nothing but the prime. So plus inductive effect groups plays an important role. Plus inductive effect group plays an important role in normal phase, like gaseous phase. Gas phase. Okay, it's very easy to understand this. There is no complication here. Now let us check the next one: alkyl amines versus ammonia. Here we have alkyl amine RNH2 and this ammonia as NHHH. Of course, we here, if you observe carefully, here we have hydrogens only. These are nothing but the neutral. Okay. Neutral means does not have the plus or not minus inductive effect. So neutral effect is there. Whereas in the case of this one, we have plus inductive effect. From the above, we came to know that it's nothing but the plus inductive effect group increases the basicity. Therefore, we are going to write down alkyl amines are more basic than the ammonia. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now let us go to this third category, alkyl and here aromatic amines. The alkyl is RNH2 and the second one is the aromatic amines. The R group, whichever is present here, is plus inductive effect group, whereas in this case, the phenyl ring is there. Okay, that is nothing but the minus inductive. Now I hope you can understand clearly that plus inductive effect group increases the basicity, minus inductive effect group decreases basicity. Oh, the okay, please keep that in your mind. Therefore, alkyl amines are more basic than the aromatic amines. Let us go back to this one. Here we have discussed about this aqueous phase. Now we have to discuss about the aqueous phase. Sorry. Here we are done with this particular part already, inductive effect. Okay, inductive effect. Now we'll try to understand in detail about these things. Okay, so first one, what is that beta? It is nothing but the inductive effect. Inductive effect has been divided into what? Plus inductive effect group and minus inductive. Same as is the case of what? Gaseous phase we are trying to discuss. Okay, same as it is. There is no change in that. Okay, directly proportional to basicity, that is with respect to plus inductive, and minus inductive effort group is inversely proportional to base. That you are now familiar, and now you are having clear cut picture also. Next, let us go to this one. Second category, what is that? Hydration effect. Hydration effect is very, very important. What is this hydration effect? Okay, here whenever we are using the solvent molecules H2O, solvent as H2O, then we are going to say it as hydration effect. So what exactly happening in this one? If you observe, it refers to the stabilization. Stabilization of what? Stabilization of the protonated protonated amines. Protonated amines. Okay, by the water molecule. So just I want to repeat the same statement. Hydration effect refers to the stabilization of the protonated amine by the water molecule. Now here I am taking the primary amine followed by secondary amine followed by tertiary amine. Okay. Okay. Here primary amine on reaction with water molecule or secondary or tertiary respectively, they are reacting with water molecules to give what? Protonated amine derivatives. Okay, protonated amine. Of course, they are in the equilibrium. Don't forget that. They are in the equilibrium. Protonated molecules, amine derivatives. As you are aware that the amines are more basic than the water molecule. Of course, as water is acting as what? Acidic in nature, where it is trying to give the H plus ions, and of course, amines are trying to accept the H plus ions. Whichever is proton acceptor, it is considered as what? Base only. So in all these cases, if you observe carefully, this NH2, all the nitrogens are having what? Positive charges. They are obtained because of what? High H plus ions addition. So it's nothing but the protonation. Okay, protonation. So what is the impact of this protonation? Let us check this one. Okay, let us check this one here. If you check this carefully, here if you take this one, here we are going to take the RNH2. It's normal primary. Along with this one, we have one more hydrogen. That is nothing but this one. Okay, next. We have three hydrogens, dear students. Three hydrogens here we have. So these three hydrogens will be participating in the hydrogen bonding with three water molecules. Three water molecules here. This is nothing but the hydration bonding. Hydrogen bonding, I mean. Hydrogen bonding. Whenever they are involving in hydrogen bonding, of course, they will release some amount of energy, isn't it? That amount of energy is known as the hydration enthalpy. Okay, once again I'll repeat. Here we have three hydrogens, so they are involving in three hydrogen bondings. That is nothing but it is releasing some amount of energy during this formation of a bond. That is known as what? Hydration enthalpy. I hope we are following this thing. Okay, hydration enthalpy. Now, similarly, we are discussing with respect to the secondary amine. So here in this case, we have two hydrogens. Two hydrogens which are participating in hydrogen bonding. Okay, which are participating in hydrogen bonding. So two hydrogen bonds are formed here. Therefore, the amount of energy released is known as what? Hydration enthalpy. But the energy is compared to the first one is little less. Similarly, we are going to discuss about the tertiary. Here we have one hydrogen. This hydrogen is involving in the hydrogen bonding with one water molecule. So we can write down 1H bonding here. 1H bonding, that is known as hydrogen bonding. Okay, that is known as what? Hydrogen bonding. Now, Here, if you check this one carefully, here we are going to have three hydrogen bondings, more hydration enthalpy, more liberation of the energy, therefore more stable. Whichever is more stable, that is more basic in nature. Okay, dear students, that is more basic in nature. So from top to bottom, what is happening? There's a decrease in hydration enthalpy. Due to this decrease in hydration enthalpy, what is happening? The stability is decreasing. Whichever is less stable, that is basic in nature, less basic in nature. So from top to bottom, what is happening? Basicity is decreasing. So here overallly, we are going to write down the primary followed by secondary followed by tertiary is a basicity. Okay, basicity. So it is because of what? Hydration enthalpy that you have to remember. If you recap the previous one, there we have studied with respect to what? Inductive effect. Inductive effect may tertiary, secondary, and primary is the order. Whereas in this case, we are going to write down primary, secondary, and tertiary as a basicity order. Okay. It is because of what? The hydrogen bonding which is involving. Here in the last case, what is happening? It is because of the least hydrogen bonding, least hydration. So that's the thing. Okay. Next, here we are going to discuss about the last factor, dear students. Okay, what is the last factor, Amma? Steric factor. Steric factors. Okay, important. Now let us check the structure of this one. Primary. Here we have lone pair of electrons also in the primary. Of course, one R group. Whereas in the case of the secondary, we have two R groups, and one lone pair of electron. And in case of the tertiary, what is happening? Three R groups, of course, one lone pair of electron, no doubt in that. The lone pair of electron, if you consider the geometry is tetrahedral, if you don't consider shape is what? Trigonal pyramidal shape. Okay, here we have what? The hydrogen group, which is small in size. Okay, small in size. So there is no impact of that one as like steric hindrance. Whereas in the case of this secondary, we have two R groups. When you compare with this previous one, this is sterically hindered with are more crowded. Why more crowded? Means bigger in size. These two are what? Bigger in size. When you compare with this one, these two are what? Bigger in size. So they will be having some like crowding type. Okay. Whereas in the case of this tertiary, we have the three R groups where their size is bigger when you compare with the hydrogen. So more steric hindrance. More steric hindrance means lesser space. So there is a lesser space for this one. So for what? Exactly these things. So we have two things here. Whenever we have hindrance here, so we have to check these 2 points which are there on your screen. Okay, hindrance will have an impact to what? To protonation. Already we know about the protonation. Okay, protonation just now only we have studied in the slide only. Okay, protonation of amine is difficult. And of course, the one more thing is also there. Obstruction, obstruction to hydrogen bonding. Okay, obstruction to what? Hydrogen. Due to these two factors, so what is happening? Their basicity is changing. Due to these two factors, what is happening? Their basicity is changing. So we can write down like this. Due to steric factors, what is happening? Its basicity is changing. So primary followed by secondary followed by tertiary is a basicity order. Okay, basicity order. So overall, we will try to have some conclusion type. Okay, so let us try to write down like this. So inductive effect. What is that inductive effect? If you recall, that's nothing but tertiary, secondary, and primary. Whereas in the case of hydration, primary, secondary, followed by tertiary. That's the order. You are very much familiar about these things. Okay. Now let us go to this steric one. Steric also is the same as what? Hydration effect only primary, secondary, and tertiary effect. In all these cases, what is that we have? Secondary. Okay, here also secondary, here also secondary. So there is no change in the secondary one. It is in between only as it is. The change in or fluctuation is in the tertiary as well as the primary one. So it is fixed. Secondary one fixed. So remaining tertiary and primary, it depends on the molecule which you are taking. So based on the molecule, we are going to write down the basicity order of that. Okay. Of course, depends on the molecule and the experimental data. Okay. So we have example. So best example, of course, in CBSE we have only two examples. That is methyl derivative as well as the ethyl derivatives. Now we are discussing with respect to methyl derivatives. These students. Okay. If you observe carefully, this is what primary, whereas this has a secondary and this has a tertiary. Considering all the factors, so that we are involved in the breaking news, but considering all the factors and experimental data, here the thing is that secondary is more basic, followed by primary, followed by tertiary. Is a basicity order. Is a basicity order of this one, methyl derivatives. Okay, methyl derivatives. Next, let us go to the second one. That is, the second one is nothing but the ethyl derivatives, these students. So ethyl derivatives is not, ethyl means CH3, CH2, NH2. If you have two, then it is not secondary one. If you have one more, tertiary one, like that. Okay. Instead of CH3, CH2, we can replace that entire thing by what? Some abbreviation like ET. So ET is the thing. This is what primary, followed by secondary, followed by tertiary. So we are writing here ET, NH followed by ET two times, NH, and of course the third one is what? ET three times, N. This is primary, secondary, okay, and tertiary like this. Okay, no, not thank you. Okay, right. Next, basicity order. So based on all the factors as well as the experimental thing is here secondary, tertiary, and primary is a basicity order by considering all the factors and experimental data. So just how to remember, how generally students will be having some confusion. Just you remember these numbers 213 and 231. Of course, methyl wala is smaller in number, and this ethyl wala is bigger in number. If you observe carefully, okay. So that's how something should be there to identify or to memorize the things. No? So ethyl derivative wala is 231, whereas this methyl wala is nothing but the is 213. 213. Methyl means one carbon, so small isa. So this CBSE class 12 में very important topic है and expected question in a board exam also very important. So I hope by this you have understood the concept of basicity. All the best, dear students. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Happy learning, dear students.